Hi there, I'm Bev of Bev's Bells, and today I'm going to be taking you through a workout that's all about progressions. So progressing an exercise three different ways, progressing obviously more complicated, requiring more stability perhaps, or you'll have to have a bigger range of motion perhaps, or heavier weights, that kind of progression. So we're going to be dealing with three exercises only today. You can progress or regress pretty much any exercise. Today it'll be the reverse lunge and press, swings, and then the windmill. So if you haven't attempted any of these three exercises, or even press on its own, I would recommend that you don't try this workout yet. Maybe stick to something much more simple than this, and then you can progress to this exercise at another time. So this does not include a warm-up. This is just strictly the workout. We're going to do basically reps of 5 for the first two exercises, the reverse lunge press and the windmill, not the swings. Swings will be I think 25, and then 10, and then 20, something like that. But I'll go over it as we go through the workout. I will demonstrate the exercises for you so that you have an idea of what muscle groups you want to be focusing on, your form, and the movement pattern. So for the reverse lunge, you have three different, again, progressions. So you'll clean the bell up, and I'm just demonstrating with a nice lightweight. I would also recommend that you do a lightweight, hand weight or kettlebell in this case. So you're going to do the first version of this exercise is you're going to do a reverse lunge with the opposite leg. You're going to stand, and as you stand, you press. So you're using the momentum of that motion to press the bell overhead. Then you rack it back down. So it's a reverse lunge, stand tall to press, and rack. Reverse lunge, stand tall to press, and rack. The second version of this progression, you're going to press at the start, then you're going to reverse lunge. So that movement, going from standing tall to reverse lunge, requires a lot more core stability because you're in motion, right, as you're pressing overhead. Then you rack and stand tall. So again, you're pressing, perform your reverse lunge, rack, so it's much closer to you, more stable, it's not overhead anymore, stand tall. So that's level 2. And the last version of this progression is you're going to reverse lunge, press while in the reverse lunge. So your platform is less stable. You're going to require a lot more core and shoulder strength. And then stand tall, still with the bell overhead, then rack. So reverse lunge, press, stand tall, rack. So that's exercise number 1. And like I said, I'm only doing 5 reps on each side. And with an 8 kilo, I'm slightly out of breath, as you can hear. So if you're going to be using your working weight, expect that it will make you breathless, and you're going to have to recruit. Again, this is very much a core focused with the overhead part of the exercise. Obviously, when you're doing your reverse lunge, I wouldn't recommend that you go back on train tracks. I would go off a little bit to the side with the back leg. Try and get down to 90 if you can, if there's no pain, right, in your ankles, knees, or hips. You could try it maybe not necessarily with working weight, maybe just like I said, a light weight, and then progress to a heavier weight afterwards. Swings. So different variations of the swing. You're going to do a two-handed swing. So just hiking, regular two-handed, hard Russian style, hard style swing. Placing the bell down using your legs and your glutes. And then the secondary version of the swing is to do a single arm swing. So out to the side, you're going to have that triangle again, right? So you have a nice position in which to really hike the bell through the legs. Breathing out at the top, only hinging when the bell is nice and close to you. Otherwise you might risk loading your lower back, your QL, and hurting it. So that's version number 2. And the third version is, in this case, is to be able to swing two-handed swing again, but with a heavy weight. I would recommend people learn how to swing with a heavy weight before they do any kind of double kettlebell swings with 2 bells. So I'll just demonstrate to the side. So here you definitely want a really big hike. Your core is braced, your glutes are tight, and you want that, right, that leverage to be able to get it off the ground and up swinging. So 3, 2, 1, hike. And using your legs and glutes. Slow the momentum down, stop it, place it on the floor carefully. All right, so just put this over here for now. And so those were the 3 progressions for the swings. And the last exercise is the windmill. So we're going to start with the first level of the windmill. This is very much a core. You're going to be using definitely your obliques, your TRA. You're going to have that nice and tight lats. So hopefully you've warmed all of that plus your shoulders up very much before the workout. So you're going to have it at the instep of your foot, that sort of pointing out on an angle, and the other foot is just kind of parallel. And then you have to give yourself enough, sort of a wide enough stance so that you can kick your hip out, so that when you're aiming for the kettlebell, it's only going to be on the floor for level 1. So looking at overhead, because that's eventually where you're going to end up. You're going to pick up the bell, place it down. Breathing in, breathing out, tap the floor, watching the bell overhead, the imaginary bell overhead. You're internally and externally rotating the shoulder. So that's level 1. Level 2, of course, is to clean the bell up and press. And this is where you're going to kick that hip out and you're going to lower down. You can use your hand down your thigh as a guide, breathing in to lower, breathing up, out to come up. You can also place the second bell here at your instep so that you don't go as low, and you use it as a target to just tap. And the third version, of course, is using both bells. So pressing it overhead, making sure that bell is right on the instep so you can feel it. Breathing in, breathing out, and then tap, tap. Whew. Not easy. All right, so as well for these exercises, I'm just trying to think here if I need another 10. Might be wise to have a couple of lighter weights handy, because if you get too tired and your shoulder, especially your shoulder, and you start to waver in the air, I would recommend that you slow it right down, or just go down in weight. I mean, you have enough weight as it is, if you're, especially when you're doing something like a heavy swing or a windmill with 2 kettlebells. You definitely have to be very careful of the overhead part of the exercise, making sure everything is nice and braced tightly. So we're going to start with doing our reverse lunge exercises and making sure that you have space behind you. Of course, there's no obstructions or anything to trip over. So I'm going to start off using my 12 and we'll see how we do with the progressions. So the first version is a reverse lunge. It's 5 on each side. You're going to rack it. You're going to lunge. Oops, nope, sorry. Opposite leg. Lunge and press. That's 1, lunge, press. 2, lunge, press. 3, lunge, press. 4, lunge, press. 5. Placing the bell down, switch other side, cleaning it up. And this, now we're on my left side, so lunge, press, rack. Lunge, press, rack. Breathing out with the exertion. 4, one more. Good. All right, next version of the lunge and press. You're going to press, then lunge, rack it, and stand tall. So, press, lunge, whoops, lunge, rack, and tall. Press, lunge, rack, stand tall. Press, lunge, rack. That's 3. Press, lunge, rack. That's 4. Oops, I'm getting ahead of myself. Press, lunge, rack, and stand tall. All right, and I'm placing the bell down in between the left and right side just to reset. Requires quite a bit of concentration as well, so you want to be focused, very deliberate on your moves. You want to be safe. So, press, lunge, rack, stand tall. This is 2. Oops, sorry. Yeah, rack, stand tall. Yeah. Press, lunge, rack. That's 3. Press, lunge, rack. That's 4. Last one. Press, lunge, rack, stand tall. Good. As you can see, this whole workout will take time. It's not an interval workout. It's very low rep based, and you want to take your time in between the moves, especially as they become more difficult to perform, either because of weight or complications in terms of complexities. And yeah, anything overhead, you have to be very careful. So the last version, not too sure if I can do it with my 12. We shall see. So you're doing your reverse lunge and press, but obviously you're doing it at your most difficult when you're not in a, when you're in a staggered stance. So I'll do side profile. So you're going to do reverse lunge, press, keep it up there and rack. Reverse lunge, press, keep it overhead and rack. That's 2. Lunge, press, keep it overhead. 3. Lunge, press, overhead. That's 4. Lunge, press, keep it overhead. That's 5. Yeah, not the easiest. Very core, because as I'm in that staggered stance, I'm bracing. I don't have a lot of leverage to press it overhead. So, other side. So we're going to do reverse lunge, press, stand tall, rack. That's one. Lunge, press, stand tall, and rack. That's two. Lunge, press, stand tall, rack. That's three. Lunge. When you're here, imagine squeezing those thighs together to make a more stable platform for yourself. Four. One more. Lunge, press, stand tall. Yeah. I'm struggling with that side. So that is exercise 1, 3 versions. Now we're going to give our shoulders a break and do our swings. So simple two-handed Russian hardstyle swing is how I choose to swing. So I'm going to do 25 reps. And 3, 2, 1, hike. 10 more. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Place it down carefully. Use your legs and your glutes. All right. So simple two-handed swing. And then once you get those well practiced, well versed, and your form is really strong, then you can progress to the single arm swing. And it's the same technique, it's just you're using one arm, of course. So it's 10 on each side. I'm going to do a swing switch in between. You can place the bell down if you like and switch over. Ready? 3, 2, 1, hike. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch, and 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And use two hands to slow it down. Place it on the ground carefully. And now, I'm just going to move this out of the way. Heavy swings. So, in this case, I have a 20 kilo. I mean, heavy, whatever heavy is to you. If your working weight is, 10 kilo, well, you're probably going to be, maybe max 16 kilo heavy weight for you, which is great. It's all relative to your capabilities. Just remember, big hike to get it in motion off the ground. Typically we hurt ourselves when we're hiking it up, or when we're placing it down, when we're slowing down the momentum and not using our glutes and our core and legs to slow the bell down and place it down on the floor carefully. So just 20 swings. Big hike. 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway. $19, $20. Use your glutes and your quads, hammies to slow down the bell and place it carefully down on the ground, right? Always being very ultra careful. There. All right, so that is one complete round. And took a good 10 minutes, something like that, with explanation. Of course, it slows it down a bit, but the next round that we do, I will pick up the pace a little bit so that it's flows a little bit more, and we shall see if we can keep to our working weight with the presses and the lunges. All right, so we're going to do reverse lunge, and as you're coming from that reverse lunge to stand tall, you're going to press overhead and use that momentum. So 5 each side. Clean the bell up, and you're lunging with the opposite leg. So reverse lunge, that's 1. Reverse lunge, that's 2. Reverse lunge, 3. Lunge, 4. Lunge, press, 5. Place it down, regroup, clean it up, and other side. So, lunge, 1. Lunge, 2. Lunge, press, 3. Lunge, press, 4. Lunge, press, 5. Good. Now we're doing our press, reverse lunge, rack, stand tall. All right. So, press, lunge, rack, stand. That's 1. Press, lunge, rack, stand. That's 2. Press, lunge, rack, stand. That's 3. Press, lunge, rack, stand. That's 4. Press, lunge, rack, stand. That's 5. Just want to make sure I'm on the mat. I think I'm going to go this way. Don't want to slip on the floor. All right, the other side. So, press, lunge, rack, and stand. That's 1. Press, lunge, rack, stand. That's 2. Press, lunge, rack, stand. That's 3. Press, lunge, rack, stand. That's 4. Press, lunge, rack, stand. 5. All right. And now for the most complicated progression of this exercise, we're going to do reverse lunge, press, hold it up overhead as we stand tall. We're going to do 5 each side again. All right. Lunge, press, stand tall, rack. Lunge, press, stand tall, rack. That's 2. Lunge, press, stand tall, rack. That's 3. Lunge, press, stand, rack. That's 4. Lunge, press, stand tall, rack. That's 5. Good. Placing it down, regroup, and I'm just going to get that extra bell out of the way. Now we'll do the other side. So, lunge, press, stand, rack. That's 1. Lunge, press, stand, rack. That's 2. Lunge, press, stand, rack. That's 3. Lunge, press, stand, rack. 4. One more. Lunge, press, stand, rack. 5. Here, we get ready with our swings. Okay, so 25 two-handed swings. 3, 2, 1, hike. 25. Ten more. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down carefully. We're going to do our 10 single arm swing each side. Ready? 3, 2, 1, hike. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing switch. And 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down carefully using 2 hands or 1. Here we go. All right. Remember, when you pick up a bell or place it down, pretend it's like, I don't know, 100 pounds, because you want to be able to prep your body, brace your core, use your glutes, your quads, or your hammies to pick the bell up, and not your QL, your lower back. All right, so just going to move it forward a bit. Nice big triangle. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hike. 20 of these. Ten more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't remember doing the windmills on the first round. That must be psychological. Because they are tough. Well, that's just terrible. I missed them completely. So, I don't have Bob here to tell me, to remind me what I'm missing. Don't know if I want to do 2 sets back to back, but let's just do 1 set and you can do the other on your own, or, well, I'll see how I feel. Okay, so just on the floor, making sure your area is nice and clear of obstructions. This one is quite simple. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the other side, puts out on an angle. The other's parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do it overhead, switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching sides, making sure that foot is out on an angle. The other one is parallel, nice wide stance. You can kick the hip out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, now we're, I don't know if I want the 12 underneath me, but give it a shot. So switching overhead arms again. One, you're not going as low. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Glutes are very tight, cores pulled in. 5. You don't want that front hip flexor to take the load, so glutes are very tight, cores pulled in. Alright, I guess I have to do 2 rounds, otherwise I'll feel like I'm cheating. So, and if you can't, when you're in your overhead with the bell overhead, you can't go down to your ankle, please don't worry. Like I said, place a kettlebell there to act as a target to tap, using your inner thigh to slide down. You can only go as low as you can go safely, and if you don't feel that you can go lower than even here, stop there, because you're still using your core, your obliques, your lats to lower with control and pull yourself up. Alright, so one more round of these windmills, which I must have psychologically brushed out of my mind. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still looking overhead even though there's no bell there, because I want to train my movement pattern to what to be expected with the most complicated version and the second level as well, the progression 1, 2, 3. You want to develop that muscle memory. 4 and 5. You want to have that your gaze overhead, because if you feel like you're wavering, you want to be able to get out of the way. So, next version of the progression with the overhead bell. 1, 2, 3, breathing in, breathing out to come up. 4, and 5. So you're breathing in to lower, and you're breathing out to come up. Core is braced, belly button's pulled in towards the spine, glutes are tight, nice wide stance. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now it's 2 bells. So, nice wide stance. Bring that other bell up. Press it up. Watching overhead. Lower. Pick up the other bell. 1. Tap. 2. Tap. 3. 4. 5. Good. Yeah, switch. I don't need to switch bells. Let's see, wait. Alright. So, make sure everything is nice and tight. You're internally rotating to lower, externally rotating the shoulder to come back up to tall. You want it nice and, you want the humerus bone packed right down into the glenoid socket. Feel like your shoulders blade is going in its back pocket. Really engage the big muscles in your mid-back. Not so much your anterior deltoid. And up. Alright. So, picking up the bell. 1. And tap. And 2. And tap. And 3. And tap. And 4. And tap. And 5. Excellent. All right. Ha. So, now that we've done back-to-back windmills because I forgot them on the first round, If you did them great, kudos to you for remembering. Like I said, I must have blocked them out. All right, so I think I'll do one more round, and that'll be it for me. Again, if you want to continue on doing additional rounds, or obviously if your weight is much heavier than what I'm using, you might be done now. But I'll do one more. So we're going to do our reverse lunge, and using momentum, I'm going to stand tall. All right, here we go. So lunge, press, rack. That's one. Lunge, press, rack. 2. Lunge, press, rack. That's 3. Lunge, press, rack. 4. Lunge, press, rack. 5. Switching sides. All right. Lunge, press, rack. That's 1. Lunge, press, rack. 2. Lunge, press, rack. 3. Lunge, press, rack. 4. Lunge, press, rack. That's 5. Just down carefully. May not be super heavy, but you have to keep that safety in mind, right? Because as you get more tired and you slump over, for example, and you place the bell down using your lower back, you can hurt yourself in as simple a move as that. So now we're doing a press, a reverse lunge, rack it, and stand tall. So press, lunge, rack, tall. That's 1. Press, lunge, rack, tall. That's 2. Press, lunge, rack, stand tall. 3. Press, lunge, rack, stand tall. That's 4. Press, lunge, rack, stand tall. That's 5. Switching to the other side. Clean it up. All right. Press, lunge, rack, stand tall. 1. Press, lunge, rack, stand tall. That's 2. Press, lunge, rack, stand. That's 3. Press, lunge, rack, stand. 4. Press, lunge, rack, stand. Last one. All right, now we're going on to the most progressive version in this workout. Reverse lunge, press, stand tall with it overhead, and then rack. All right. So, lunge, press, tall, rack. 1. Lunge, press, tall, rack. 2. Lunge, press, tall, rack. 3. Lunge, press, tall, rack. 4. Lunge, press, tall, rack. Yep. I think my shoulders are getting tight, but that's good. All right. Here we go. Last time we do this on this side, and we're done with the lunges and presses on this side. All right. Lunge, press, stand. 1. Lunge, press, stand. 2. Lunge, press, stand. 3. Lunge, press, stand. 4. Lunge, press, stand. 5. Nice. All right. 25 swings, 2 hand. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hike. Ten more. and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, park it safely. Good. We're just motoring along now. All right. Ready, single arm swing, 10 each side. And 3, 2, 1, hike. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, swing switch, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Park it safely. Use those legs and glutes. Excellent. All right. Now we're going to do our 20 heavy swings. Heavy relative to you, of course. And I'll just put this out of the way. All right. So hands on. Nice big hike. 3, 2, 1, hike. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Park it safely. Good. Move this out of the way since we don't need it anymore. Down to our windmills. Oh joy. All right, first version primes you, gets you ready. Very simple. Nice wide stance. Breathing in to lower. That's 1. 2, tap. 3, tap. 4, tap. 5, tap. Good. Other side. Move that toe out. Other foot is parallel. So you need a nice wide stance, right? To kick it out. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, tap, and 5. Good. Now, overhead. Here we go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Racking it. There. All right. So, other side. Pressing it up overhead. Make sure your opposite leg, that foot is out on an angle. Other one is parallel, nice wide stance. Glutes are tight, course pulled in and lowering. Breathing in, breathing out. That's 1. And 2. Breathing in, and 3. Breathing in, and 4. Breathing in, and 5. Lowering down, nice and carefully. All right. Now comes the challenge. As they say, yes. So, everything is primed, tight, tight, tight. Glutes are tight, belly button's pulled in. Breathing out of the exertion. Okay. Nice wide stance, but not too wide because you want to still be stable, but you need enough room to kick the hip out. So, one's at the instep so that you can find it easily when you're hinging down to the side. Clean it up, press it overhead, and 1 and 2 and 3, tap, and 4, tap, and 5, tap. All right. Okay. Instep of the other foot, clean the other bell up. 5 more and we're done. Or at least I am. Watching the bell overhead all the time. Moving in. And 1. And 2. Everything's tight. 3. And 4. And 5. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully these 3 exercises with their progressions have challenged you. And in the future I'll try and do another version of this, but with different exercises, so that you get a different workout, but with the same progressive idea in mind. I'm Bev of Bev's Bells. Take care, and we'll see you soon.